consular corps here can attest, California's role on the global stage has never mattered more. The world is quite literally watching. Ladies and gentlemen, the 40th governor of the state of California, Gavin Newsom.
What number am I? 40?
Aren't you?
I don't know. I don't even know. 40? I don't even know. All right, Blanca. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Madam Lieutenant Governor. The Speaker, I'll pick up on your remarks to the person who should be given the State of the State based on your reaction, our new Senate Pro Tem. My gosh. What is that? Clearly still in your honeymoon phase. You're going to enjoy it. I'm just saying. By the way, I was looking for some response from some of the folks over here on the right. When the Speaker said this is his last State of the State, I was assuming DeMaio would look up and maybe applaud or something. So hopefully a few of them are shaking their head. They're looking forward to this. The sad thing for you, you're going to have to endure about 45 to 50 minutes of this. And I say endure because we're all in this together, including myself. The reason I've been back here in a few years is, as you know, I have no problem speaking, and perhaps, sometimes a little more long-windedly than people like. But when it comes to the written text, that has never served me well. I did a little children's book a few years back that sort of exposed the truth, the ugly truth about my challenges with reading. I'm not shy or, embarrassed about my 960 SAT score, but I am a little bit about my inability to read the written text. And so it's always been something that I have to work through and I'm confronting. And so I say that with grace. I say that with the humility that's at hand today. And I also say that in the spirit, as I said, of what the Speaker was saying. For some of you, it may have been a little jarring, what he said. For others, it was more than appropriate. It's the stress that many of us are feeling, the stacking of stress in that journey the Lieutenant Governor is talking about over the last 7 years. And I don't think we've given ourselves the kind of grace that we deserve. We never had time to really reflect on everything we've been together. Last time I talked here was 2020. And all of a sudden, everything was virtual. And we came right out of that, and the social unrest, supply chains, inflation, all this stacking of stress. And so I'll try to reflect some of that in my comments today. I'll say things that may be piercing to some of you, but it's not intended to demean, it's not intended to divide, but I'm speaking from my heart. I'm saying what I think, again, with the grace and humility to know that I am constantly a work in progress. I'm learning on this job, 7+ years in, learning every single day, and proud in closing as I jump into the speech of all of you and all that I've learned from each and every one of you, each and every one of you, regardless of your politics, regardless of your faith, regardless of where you live and who you voted for. I just want to express gratitude to every single person in this chamber, every single person that shaped who we are today and what this state represents, not just today, but tomorrow. But first, I appreciate it. Speaking of shaping things, I've been thinking a lot about, your final speech. Think about your life. Think about your journey. Think about the things that shaped you. And I'll begin a little bit with that, about having spent nearly my entire life, now almost 6 decades, along the rivers of this remarkable state, from my youthful days on the upper American River with my dad to my time with my own children downriver, not too far from here, those rivers that have shaped the story, not only my life, but shaped the story of California, a sense of place. From native people shaped by these rivers to men who extracted riches from their silt. The shout of Eureka, Eureka, when the madness began. Fortunes were made, fortunes were lost, time over and over again. Farmers who worked the soils nourished by those rivers, settlements that turned into towns, towns that turned into thriving American port cities. Industries in our state flourished. Through 2 world wars, a Great Depression, and social upheaval, booms and busts, California endured. California thrived. And the rivers, they kept flowing. For 175 years, California has been a marvel of invention and reinvention, disaster and recovery, grit and ingenuity. We've found ways to build the future over and over. But today, that spirit is being tested. We face an assault on our values unlike anything I've seen in my lifetime. The federal government, respectfully, it's unrecognizable, protecting the powerful at the expense of the vulnerable. Their credo seems to be about fear, fear of the future, fear of the stranger, fear of change. In Washington, the president believes that might makes right, that the courts are simply speed bumps, not stop signs, that democracy is a nuisance to be circumvented, secret police, businesses being raided, windows smashed, citizens detained, citizens shot, masked men snatching people in broad daylight, people disappearing, using American cities as training grounds for the United States military, purposeful chaos emanating from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, shifting a tax burden from the wealthy, from billionaires to small businesses, ranchers, farmers, and the middle class, lining the pockets of the rich, crony capitalism at unimaginable scale, state capitalism, self-dealing, profit-making, not policy-making, rolling back rights of marginalized communities, rewriting history, censoring historical facts. Their politics, some politics of some twisted nostalgia about restoring the dynamics of a bygone era. None of this is normal. And it's important to remember at moments like this, the greatest tragedy is not, as King said, the clamor of bad people, but it's the appalling silence of so many good people. Not normal. But in California, we're not silent. You're not silent. You're not hunkering down. We're not retreating. We're a beacon. The state is providing a different narrative, an operational model, a policy blueprint for others to follow. This state, this people, this experiment in democracy belongs not to the past, but it belongs to the future. Expanding civil rights for all, opening doors for more people to pursue their dreams, dreams that are not exclusive, not to any one race, not to any one religion or class, standing up for traditional virtues, compassion, courage, and a commitment to something larger than our own self-interest, and asserting that no one, particularly the President of the United States, stands above the law. We've gone to court. We've gone to court to protect our people, pushing back against this executive overreach. 52 lawsuits have been filed, funded by you, by the way, in the special session that all of you led. And as a consequence, point of pride for our Attorney General, as a consequence, we preserved about $168 billion in illegally frozen federal resources that belong to our schools, that belong to our hospitals, that belong to our seniors, resources that belong to all the people of this great state. We have one request for